large. I'm honored to serve the city of Los Angeles. Los Angeles, right around here 228 years ago, and that's about 44 people in this part of the auditorium, walked 9 miles from a mission, San Gabriel, on all the way to the banks of the river, which were right here, and the Pueblo of Los Angeles was formed. Fast forward into the 20s, there was a great movement in the 20s with the coming of the 32 Olympic Games. Our Coliseum was built in 1923 and expanded. The Grand City Hall, which you see and seen in movies, in 1927 was built. And then in the 30s, the big General Hospital and this Union Station, which is a consolidation of the Union Pacific, Santa Fe, and the Southern Pacific. And all of you are invited on Monday morning to join with Councilman Jose Huizar, whose district it is, and myself to say, let's thank Union Station. But this is very important, and first we all should thank President Obama for his commitment to rail. Welcome to Los Angeles here. It's so important. What it does to cities is revitalize cities. We can't have an urban sprawl anymore. We can't have, they don't want us in San Luis Obispo. They didn't want us in 1973 when I went to college there. And we went to Coach Starlight for $8. I don't know what it is today to go to San Luis Obispo. But they didn't want you then, they don't want you now, so we got to reinvigorate central cities. And a rail station is located in a central city. The work that's done in San Diego, where George is from, is tremendously, the ballpark that came down, not Pac Bell, that's in San Francisco, Petco Park, that's made a difference. All that makes a difference, and this is the birthplace here. So I have one charge for each and every one of you here to write your congressional representatives, whatever district you live in, and tell them that you support Amtrak, and you want to make sure that in the future years, as we get through this dark storm, that they do make a commitment to this public infrastructure called public transportation and Amtrak. It's very important. And the reason why I say write a letter, I get emails, and then I get another email, and another email. But there's nothing like a letter with your signature on it, James Clifton. Your signature, that means something more than jamesclifton.com or whatever your email is. All that being said, you know, when you're talking about the railroad, I was thinking, is anybody football fans here?
Yes.
Anybody know the name Sam Cunningham? Yeah. You know where the Cunningham family lived? Where did he go to high school?
Santa Barbara High.
Why did he live in Santa Barbara? His dad worked for the railroad. He worked out of Los Angeles. For a better life, they lived in Santa Barbara. Sam Cunningham changed football by playing for the University of Southern California. And when Alabama was not integrated, an all-white team, Bear Bryant invited John McKay on purpose to come down here. And surprisingly, USC just wiped out Alabama and changed and integrated the South faster than anything on that. But the story goes that Sam's dad had a great job with a union job that gave him an ability to do better for his life, you know, and that was a little connection that I wanted to make as I sat here to comment to you on the importance of those who work for the railroad. I know we're all looking for trying to make two tiers and cuts, but we got to be fair to the workers, but also we got to be fair to the people. Do here is write a letter. Write a letter, put your signature on it. This one, Eddie right here, stand up, Eddie. Eddie's going to be the I don't know Eddie, but turn around. He's going to be the guy who's going to be the benefit of all our work, because it is going to take time. Give Eddie and all the young people in this country I'm also chair of our Sister City program, and I've been fortunate to travel throughout the world. And that travel, which was either paid for by itself or the Sister City Committee, not by Laura Chick and the City Controller. Just want to make that clear. I've been to places on the TGV and everything. Just 20 years ago, there was a divided Germany. And has anyone been to Berlin in the last 5 years and seen what they did to their station, what they did to their high-speed rail, how it works is so important. And a challenge is coming up real soon with the voter-approved high-speed rail. How do you feel about California and high-speed rail? California? The West.
We're in favor of it, Tom.
Our big decision is where the rail goes. And it has to go into this building. It doesn't go by Piper Tech across the street. It doesn't go on the riverside. It doesn't go on the other side. Because what is the biggest complaint? If anybody flies, what's the biggest complaint? The Green Line stops a mile and a half from the airport. We got to integrate it. And have you been to Berlin? If you get a chance, it's unbelievable what they did to their station. And this is that where their station is right where it was the cold east and west corridor by what was that area that's all been revitalized. All that being said, I just want to thank you for coming here and your people coming here. I want to thank the advocates for rail. It's voices that need to be heard throughout, and it absolutely makes a difference. Mayor Villaraigosa led the charge just for a local transportation initiative. So that is important to we make the investment. People say they don't like taxes. I can understand that, but we must invest, because if it's not, young people like this and others will not see the future as well as we can make it with that investment in transportation such as rail and Amtrak. And I also just want to say too, since I'm before you, I did work on the Freedom Train in 1976 in Southern California, and jumped off in Colton, hitchhiked home to LA. I went to Southern California, Long Beach, San Diego, and Colton. So that was my railroad tour. Joe, on behalf of the mayor of the city of Los Angeles and all these great people here, these people here in this great MTA building, we want to welcome Joe Boardman to Los Angeles and we call him an honorary citizen of the great city of Angeles.